नमस्कार, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. I am Dr. Lily Trivedi and today I am going to take the lecture for BSc AG second SEM Agriculture Microbiology, and the session is bacterial recombination through transduction. So bacterial genetics through transduction. We have already studied bacterial conjugation, bacterial transformation. Now, transduction involves the exchange of DNA between bacteria using bacterial viruses, that is, bacteriophage as an intermediate. There are two types of transduction, generalized transduction and specialized transduction. They differ in their mechanism and in the DNA that gets transferred. The life cycle of bacteriophage. Now, when a phage infects the bacterial cell, it injects its DNA into the cell. The viral DNA is replicated numerous times and viral genes are expressed, producing the proteins that make up the viral capsid, that is the protein coat, and nuclease that digest the host genome into fragments. This newly replicated viral DNA are packaged again into viral capsid and the bacterial cell is lysed or burst or therefore killed and releasing hundreds of viral progeny which then go infect other cells. So such a cycle is also called as lytic cycle. Now the generalized bacteriophage has the generalized transduction. What happens sometimes that during the bacteriophage replication, there is a mistake. A fragment of the host DNA also gets packed into the viral capsid. Now what happens as a result? The phage will be able to infect another cell, but it would not have any viral genes, so it will not be able to replicate. The cell infected by this phage will survive. Why? Because it has an extra piece of bacterial DNA, which undergo recombination with the host chromosome and perhaps cause a gene conversion event. Now, because of this random fragment that it has carried over that gets packed into the viral capsid, any segment of bacterial DNA can be transferred in this way. So therefore, it is called generalized transduction. There is no particular specialized part to be transferred. It can be general, so it is called generalized transduction. We also have specialized transduction. This occurs in certain type of bacteriophage such as phage lambda. Now lambda has the ability to establish what is called lysogenic infection in a bacterial cell. Now what happens in lysogenic infection? The viral DNA becomes incorporated into the host chromosome, much as the F factor did in HFR cells we saw in conjugation. In lysogenic infection by lambda, the DNA integrates at a very specific spot in the host chromosome, and the integrated viral DNA can remain integrated for long period of time. That is why it is called lysogenic infection. The difference like in lytic or what happens, the host cell immediately bursts, releasing millions of viral copies. But in lysogenic, the bacterial cell does not burst but remains integrated without the cell being disturbed. Now what happens under appropriate conditions? The viral DNA will excise itself from the chromosome and enter the lytic phase, like in which the virus replicates just as above. Now the cells get lysed and new bacteriophage particles are released. They infect other cells. Now the excision of the, like in conjugation, the F factor when the HFR cells became F positive. So similarly, the excision of lambda is sloppy and sometimes DNA is excised along, bacterial DNA is also excised along it. So what happens as a result? The virus infects another cell and it will pass that bacterial DNA into the cell along with its own DNA. Now, if this infected cell survives, it will contain a new piece of bacterial DNA which has come to it through the bacteriophage and undergo recombination and cause genetic recombination. Now, because the viral DNA integrates at a specific location, when it excises the bacterial DNA, removed with it will be same in all cases. Therefore, the DNA transferred to the second cell will be the same segment of the bacterial chromosome. So that is why it is called specialized transduction. So here are there's a diagram. Now this is showing general transduction. So here is the cell and it is changing into recombination cell. So first diagram, the phage infects the donor bacterial cell. The phage proteins are left outside and the phage DNA enters. This is the bacterial donor cell chromosome and it multiplies and the phage DNA and proteins are made and bacterial chromosome is broken into pieces. After it gets broken, the phage assembly, the pieces of bacterial DNA are also packed along with the viral phage capsid. And there is lysis and the phage particles are released. Some of the phage particles are containing bacterial DNA. Now this phage particle containing bacterial DNA enters the new host cell and from here the bacterial DNA donor which has come through the bacteriophage recombines with the recipient bacterial DNA and produces a recombinant cell. And this is a generalized transduction because of there is no specific site. Now in specialized transduction, as you see, the phage DNA enters the chromosome, the prophase degenerates and picks up the piece of bacterial chromosome. Now this is lysogenic phase. Here it has the phage DNA and then when the lytic cycle comes, the prophage DNA disintegrates and takes up the piece of bacterial chromosome. Now replication of viral DNA and destruction of bacterial cell here starts. This was the lysogeny and this is the lytic phase. So what happens here? The viral capsid are synthesized and they are having the DNA which is having a part of the viral DNA and bacterial DNA. Now lysis of this bacterial cell will produce and a new bacteria can be infected. So here it has these bacteriophages are infecting the new bacteria and crossover and stable gene transfer into recipient cell chromosome is taking place and now this bacterial chromosome has a part of the DNA of some other bacteria from where the bacteriophage has come and taken. So this is specialized transduction. The pieces of DNA are moving away in a specialized manner and joining in the next bacteria in a specialized place. That is why it is called specialized transduction. Now, bacteria usually do not reproduce sexually but can acquire new DNA through these processes: transformation, transduction, and conjugation. These natural processes have been modified so that the DNA can be deliberately incorporated into host microbe, and even the genes are normally transferred, which would never normally be transferred in this way, are incorporated in different organisms. So these are two references from which I've taken my matter, and I hope you have liked my lecture, and I am sure if you have any query, you will write in the comment box. So this digital session was powered by 2.0 digital session of Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. So thank you very much. I hope you have liked my lecture.